Okay, so tonight's homework's on characteristics of a persuasive essay and how to outline and plan for the essay. So you've already done all the research, now what? We're going to be taking all of that information and research and writing our persuasive essay next. Your final needs to include a fact and in-text citation for every body paragraph, including the counter-argument, and a works cited page. So there's a bit to talk about and just kind of brief overview, and let's get started. So what are the characteristics of a persuasive essay? Well, you obviously are using the act of persuasion, which we've been talking about for a while. You need to convince the reader. You need to make them possibly rethink their position on the topic. You are hoping that they'll take action or try and believe something new or show something new to them. You are going to be using arguments. You're going to give reasons, details, facts, and you're going to use all of those to support your side or position on the topic. Now, when you are giving an argument or talking about an argument, there's three pieces in the argument. There's what's called the assertion. This is the statement you're trying to prove with your argument. There's the reasoning. This is the because part of your argument where you're offering support for your assertion. And then there's the evidence. So this is where you're going to use all of that research and facts that we found. So you're going to support your reasoning with actual examples or facts or data or something. So the assertion is just simply where you're going to state what the argument is. The reasoning is your thoughts and explanation on that topic, and then the evidence is the facts that you have to support that topic. All right, so in your essay, you're going to have an intro, obviously. One thing I want you to think about is that the introductory paragraph needs to be hot. You know, I like that acronym. So H in this instance stands for hook. You need to hook your readers, make them want to read more. You're going to state your opinion. This is where we're going to think about our thesis sentence. And you're also going to need to introduce your topic and the arguments that you're going to discuss in the essay. So don't worry, we're going to take a closer look at the introductions on a different concept video, and we're going to look specifically at the thesis sentence options. So we'll go more into depth on this. This is just an overview. As far as the body paragraphs are concerned, you are going to use your main arguments here. Think about logos, ethos, pathos. You're going to use logic, emotional appeals, expert credibility, and examples. You're going to give details. So this is where we're going to use some of our research, facts, statistics, evidence, and examples, and definitely explanation. Why is this argument viable to your topic? Why did you pick this argument? And how do your facts and statistics fit in? Don't forget, we've been working on using textual support all year long, and I think that great acronym ICE still stands. Introduce your quote, cite your quote, explain your quote. Don't forget that really is going to help, I think, as you use these facts and things that you've been researching for a while in your paper. Oh, and don't forget experience also counts. So if you have an expert, example, or experience, you can use that as well. All right, so the concluding paragraph should restate your positions, restate your arguments. It's going to summarize your arguments, and you're going to provide some sort of last thought for thinking and inspiring the reader to action. Again, just like the intro, we're going to take more time explaining and looking at the body paragraphs, the counter-argument paragraphs, and the conclusion. This is just a brief overview. Now, as far as the quick plan, you've done your research. You know your topic. In class, what we're going to do is create a T-chart, and we're going to take a small amount of time, only about 5 to 10 minutes, to plan out our ideas. It's called a quick plan for a reason. So we're going to look at the next slide for a chart to take a look at how we're going to actually do this. So up at the top, you're going to write down your topic, your full statement. What is it that you've actually been working on and researching? Then you're going to write down your position. Are you affirmative or negative? Do you agree with the topic or do you disagree with the topic? Something to think about. Your intro is going to include your topic and your position, and you're going to create your thesis statement and introduce all the arguments that you're going to plan out and think about below. All right, you're going to write down your 3 arguments in a few words with facts or examples that you have to prove your point. I want you to think about, back at the beginning of the year, we learned about the rule of 5, writing down things in 5 words or less. This applies here. I don't want you to take a lot of time to write a lot of stuff out. We're just planning our ideas. We've already kind of done this with the Poplet, so if you want to go back to the Poplet and use that to help you with this, that would be a good idea. So you'll start with argument 1, and then you'll write down argument 2, argument 3, and then in this section over here, you're going to write down some of the facts and research that you have to support it. And then don't forget, you also need a counter argument. That's the last body paragraph in your paper before the conclusion. So please don't forget that should be included as well. What is it that you're actually going to talk about for the other side? And I would say this too, all of these areas where it says argument 1, 2, and 3, I don't want you to actually write argument 1. I want you to write down what it is you're actually going to say for that paragraph. What is the topic of that paragraph? What is argument 1 actually? And don't forget, the conclusion should repeat some of the same info from the intro, just in a new way. All right, so basic information. Intro, you're going to have background information. You're going to hook the reader. You're going to have your thesis statement. You're going to list some of your main ideas, arguments, and you're going to transition into the body. The body is going to have at least 3 arguments and 1 counter argument. So at a total, at this point, you will have 5 paragraphs written down. You're also going to, or 4 paragraphs, sorry. Oh yeah, and your counter argument. Sorry, that's totally confusing. So you have intro as paragraph 1. You have 3 arguments for the body paragraph. That's going to get you all the way to 4th paragraph. And then you have a counter argument that gets you to the 5th paragraph. So I was right in the beginning. Sorry to confuse you. All right, so in your counter argument, you're going to list an argument for the other side. So if you're affirmative, you're going to list an opinion for the negative side. But you have to prove why it's wrong and why you're the right position and the other side is wrong. So this can get really tricky. Be careful. You want to make sure you don't confuse the reader. Stick to your side. And then finally, you'll have the conclusion. You're going to repeat your arguments, you're going to summarize your best points, and give your last thoughts on the topic. All right, we're finished for tonight. So don't forget, honor students, to do the digital whisk, and I will see you in class tomorrow. We're going to be doing the quick write or quick plan of your essay tomorrow. So that T-chart that I just explained, we'll be doing that in class tomorrow. Thanks, guys.